Family, good afternoon, community, good afternoon, LLG. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, this is Dr. Dwain Woode. That's Wood with an E. The E stands for endocrinology. I educate, I empower, and I encourage you to take charge of your health and your life, avoid complications, go to the next level. We're creating the life we've always wanted, and we are living limitless lives. I am here to help you to have successes in your health, just like you're having in other areas of your life. I want you to be able to show up for those things that are so important, for the connections, for the family, for the friends, for the community, and for those dreams that you've been pouring into. What I tell people is that you don't need superhuman strength. What you need is a strategy you can trust. You need a plan you can follow, and you need the support and determination to keep showing up every single time. Hey, and right now we are in another one of our weeks, right? This week is an amazing week. We are celebrating holidays. We're celebrating Thanksgiving. We're celebrating being with family and friends. A lot of people are traveling. A lot of people are right home right now at home cooking and getting ready for company, or you're on your way to company. Like we're going to be spending some time with some family. And so this is an amazing week for community and for connection. Wherever you're joining me from, I want to welcome you, whether you are here, as our folks at our church say, in town or across town or out of town. We are glad that you are here. So wherever you're joining from, go ahead and drop that in the comments, because I want to give you a shout out. Whatever city, state, town, village, country that you're in right now, go ahead and drop that in the comments. And then a special shout out to our accelerator members. Thank you for coming through and hanging out with us. And as you know, this is our fasting pop-up show. And so we normally are starting the fast here today, but we pushed the fast forward one day. And so we actually started yesterday, if you were with us and saw that. So here we are. We are actually now at our 24-hour period. We're at the 24-hour period, and just excited to be walking through this space with you, and glad that you are here. So let's go ahead and just a couple of comments that I want to make as we are moving into the show and into the week. This is really just intended to be a way spot, or a mile marker. This is intended to be a space where we just stop for a minute to see how you're doing. Right? If you started the fast yesterday, by the way, kudos to you, congratulations. If you are ending the fast today, man, I'm excited for you, because you're doing something right now that you are that is going to help with your health. It is an amazing process. So you've made a choice, you've made a decision, right? That's the first thing. If you started yesterday, you're ending today, congratulations to you. If you are in our group, if you're in the community, if you have been following, if you've been dabbling on the side, just kind of on the periphery, or if you're interested in fasting and you say, well, I'm not sure, and you're saying to yourself, wait a minute, well, this is Thanksgiving, this is a holiday week, and you are deciding right now that you are not going to fast. Kudos to you. My hat's off to you, right? So you made a decision. And that's one of the points I want to make here right at the beginning. That fasting is a tool. Fasting is not intended to confine you and to be a restrictive, arduous process. It is a tool that we use, and just like we pick a tool up, we can put the tool down. And so if you are right now, as you're getting into this week, deciding that you are not going to fast this week, that is a choice that you're making. Now you got to own that choice. Okay? So don't let anybody around you convince you that you are less than, or that you're not strong enough, or you're not determined enough, or you're not motivated enough, because you've decided that this week you're not going to fast. Okay? So that's the first thing. If you are deciding you're going to fast, kudos to you as well, because you are making the choice. And that's why I say, and I said this yesterday, when you are going through this process, make the choice prior to getting to wherever you're going to be. Okay, so I made the choice this week that I was going to start the fast the day early, so that I can get the fast in, right? Get most of the fast in at least. And it's not going to be the whole fast, because as you heard me say on our show last night, that we're going to interrupt the fast so that I can have fun and have some time with my family and connect and all the things that go along with that. Okay. So I'm not sitting at the table, at the end of the table, sulking while everybody else is down here having fun. No, that's not going to happen. If you know me, you know that wasn't going to happen, right? So we are going to be hanging out with the folks. We're going to be doing the stuff. I'm going to be cooking. I've got my stuff that I'm packing that I'm taking with me. We're going to be having a good time. So if you are deciding that you're going to fast, right, understand that the fast is not a punishment. And so if you're deciding to do that, more power to you. Go ahead and do it and own that as well, right? Own that this is a decision that you're making. And that's the key point that I want to make through this entire thing. It really doesn't matter whether you fast or not in this space, in this respect, okay? I shouldn't say it doesn't matter, right? Because it is one of our health our pillars. What I'm saying is, if you this week decide that you're not going to fast, it doesn't matter. And if you decide that you are going to fast, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you make a choice. The idea is that you are determining, you are deciding. You're not allowing the situation to decide, because when you decide, there is not any friction, right? There's not friction there. One of the things that we talked about on our show last night was this loop that happens, right? So there is an inciting event, there's our response, there is the support for that response, and then there's the aftermath, right? So let's walk through that. It's kind of like having an argument. So you have an argument with somebody, right? Inciting event, and then you eat because it makes you feel better. Well, you eat because you think it's going to make you feel better, and then it actually does make you feel better, and then afterwards you feel guilty because you ate. You're like, man, I should have been strong enough. Okay, so this and the same thing happens. So you either decide that you're not going to fast, or you're going to fast. Okay, whichever one. But you make the opposite decision at the situation. When you get there, you're like, man, this food looks so good. I guess I'm going to break the fast and I'm going to eat. Well, in your brain, if you're not careful, your mind will say to you, man, you should have you weren't strong enough to resist that. Okay? And so what do we do to combat the feelings that just came? We eat. And when we eat, that's a response. When we eat, we feel better, right? Temporarily. And we feel better, and then we feel bad again because, hey, look at that. We just ate again. Man, why can't I control myself? You get the idea? So the key point to any time you are getting into a holiday, in a situation where the food is involved, whether you're doing a health plan, you're doing a meal plan, you're doing an exercise plan, whatever it is, the key to all of that is for you to make a decision. Okay. Now that's free, right? So that was not intended to be what we talked about. All right. So most people at this point, a few things are happening. 24 hours. Some hunger waves are there. That's usually short. Maybe a little irritation. Some mental noise is going on. A little shift in rhythm and energy. So all those are things that you're going to feel. Okay. All of this is normal. Nothing is wrong. You are just changing. You're transitioning, right? So we're at 24 hours, and know that 24 hours is where 24 to 36 hours is where our glycogen is going away. So this week is all about reflection. All about reflection. And so reflection is that ability to look at a situation dispassionately, meaning that I'm not infusing any judgment, I'm not infusing a lot of emotion, a lot of regret, a lot of doubt, a lot of guilt. We're not putting all that in. We're just reflecting, hey, what happened? What was the thing that happened? And how can I learn about it? And we ask a few questions. Okay, so I want you to just notice what's happening in yourself as you go through this. Whichever decision you made, whether you're going to eat and not fast, or you are going to fast, I want you to ask some questions. What am I feeling right now? So what am I feeling right now? If you are deciding either one, notice what's going on inside of you and give that feeling space to be what it is. You don't have to say to yourself, oh, I shouldn't be feeling that way. Or, oh man, what's wrong with me? Or, oh, I should have, I would have, I could have. No, that's not what we're doing. Right? What am I feeling? Just own that. Understand that this feeling is natural, it's normal. Number two question is this a wave or is it a need? Whatever is going on. Is this a wave of emotion that's coming? Is it, man, I'm feeling tired, so I need to sleep? Is it I'm feeling lonely? I'm feeling struck, frustrated. I'm feeling anxious. Whatever it is, right? You've noticed what you're feeling. Is this a wave that's coming across me, or is this a need? Do I need to go sleep? Do I need to eat something? Do I need to drink something? Right? Get the idea? And then number three, what would help me feel a little more aligned for the next hour? What behavior would make me feel more aligned for the next hour? Two components to that. Number one, what behavior? So we're anticipating, we're thinking, we're processing, COPE model, right? Clarify, observe, pause, and execute, right? So we've paused, right? That's the process we're doing. Those questions, that's the pause. And what behavior am I going to do? What am I going to do? Am I going to go walking? Am I going to do my box breathing? Am I going to do some yoga? I'm going to do some stretching. Am I going to do some whatever it is? And notice the second part is for the next hour, not for the rest of the weekend, not for the rest of the day, not for the rest of my life, but just now for this moment. Often we think so much of the situation, we think it's going to be forever. And that is what sometimes will cause us the problem. So, for number one, what am I feeling right now? Number two, is this a wave or is this a need? And number three, what would help me feel a little bit more aligned for the next hour? That's it, right? That's it. Not journaling, not analyzing, not notice, sorry, not journaling, not analyzing, just noting, just noting. This takes the pressure out of the moment. So I don't have to come up with an example. I don't have to come up with a solution. I just have to observe. How am I feeling? Okay. Is this a real thing or is this just a wave? And what can I do right now to help me for the next hour? Okay. And if you're still feeling a little off, here are some small things that you can do within the next 24 hours to settle your sign. Sip some water, right? Sip some water. Number two, go outside for a few minutes. Number three, walk around the room wherever you are. Okay, you can act like you're greeting everybody. Just walk around the room. And then number four, change your environment briefly. Right? Remember, move a muscle, change a thought. Move a muscle, change a thought. And remember, this week is not about the food. This week is not about the anxiety. This week is not about the judgment. This week is about connection. If you remember that, as we move through this week, hey, we're gonna be good, right? So this week, as you know, we are a little off of our schedule. So we started our fast yesterday. We had our pop-up yesterday. We had our show last night. We are having, of course, pop-up right now. We're going to do a show this evening. It's going to be earlier than we had planned. When normally we have it at 9 o'clock. It's going to be actually earlier. And to be honest, I'm not sure what time. It depends on what time I get finished here as we are traveling. So pay attention to that and watch out. Come on through. And if you have to catch the replay, we appreciate you coming through and hanging out with us. The rest of the week is going to look a little different. There will be something in the space for you tomorrow night for our check-in and on Friday for our complete review. It's not going to be live, I'll tell you that. But there'll be something there. So come on through and have fun and have some time with us. So if you need a quick reset, right, here is a simple version of the inner design loop. Remember, we've been talking about the IDL. So remember, anchor, align, and adapt. Anchor, align, and adapt. So what's true right now? So whatever you're feeling, whatever the thought, whatever's going on, what is the truth in that situation? Man, I'm hungry. Is that true? Or is it that I'm just anxious because I just had that conversation with Aunt Sue or cousin Bob or whoever it is? Okay. Number two, so anchor, right? What is true right now? Number two, align. Does this match what I expect for the next 24 hours? What I'm doing right now, is it matching? Is this going to take me in that direction? And then adapt. What helps me for the next hour? Right. So that's the conversation that we just had. Those three questions. Short, simple, and nothing big there. Okay. So everything that's happening right now in you as you go to 24 hours, as you move past 24 hours, hey, we're gonna observe it and we're not gonna judge it. We're gonna have fun with it. I want you to have so much fun with your family. I want you to connect so much with the family. This is the reason, this what's going on right now, this is the reason we do what we do. Remember what I say? I want you to have success in your health, just like you're having success in other areas, so you can show up for those things that are so important, for the family, for the connections, for the community, and for the dreams that you've been pouring into. That's the reason. And so I want this to become a process that you continue to enjoy, right, as we move forward. All right, so let me go ahead and say hi to, I see Cornelia. Actually, no, I see Pam. So Pam says hello. What's going on, Pam? And then Rachel says, hello, all. Hey, what's going on, Rachel? Thank you for coming through and hanging out with us. I'm glad that you guys are here. Hey, thank you for coming through. If you ended your fast today, congratulations. Kudos to you. Those of you who are starting to fast today, kudos to you as well. Congratulations. Our fasting schedule is going to be off. So the plan is I'm supposed to be cooking tomorrow. Okay. So the plan is that it's going to be a 56-hour fast for me this week because we started yesterday. And then we're going to break the fast, have fun with the family and eat and all that. And then we'll come back on the fast at the end. That's the plan. Now, what may end up happening is that if I start cooking early, then guess what? The fast is going to end at the time I start cooking, or at least the time I got to start tasting the food while I'm cooking. Okay. So once again, remember that you want this to be adaptable. You want this to be process to be adaptable because it should fit into your life. If it doesn't fit into your life, then it's not going to be sustainable over the long haul. Hey guys, this is Dr. Dwain Woode. That's Wood with an E. The E stands for endocrinology. Here I educate, I empower, and I encourage you to take charge of your health and your life. Avoid complications, go to the next level. We're creating the life we've always wanted, and we are living limitless lives. I am here because I want you to have success in your life, in your health, just like you're having in other areas. You don't need superhuman strength. You need a strategy you can follow, and strategy you can trust, a plan you can follow, and you need the determination and the support to keep showing up every single time. All right, have a great one. We'll see you. Enjoy the holidays. We'll see you in the community in the rest of the week. Come on out and join us when you have the time. Otherwise, catch us on the replay. Have a great one.